Good day everyone, it's Dix here and welcome back to another video on this channel. On this video I want to talk about how you can easily beat any squad battles with any difficulty, even if you're playing against a full meta team with monstrous players. Here you can see I've played against the Team of the Week 1 squad on Legendary and I still managed an almost perfect win. It's the first 3 days of FC25 and I have a mediocre starter team, so my game crashed in one of the games and it counted as a loss, and I still managed to get 26,500 points. In 11 games, that was more than enough to put me on Elite 1. So the way I do it comes in 2 steps. First is gonna be the tactic, and I'm using 3-5-2 for this particular session. But you can use any kind of formation you want, it doesn't really matter as long as you have a lot of attacking options. So the formation is actually 3-4-1-2, oops. Build up play unbalanced, and on defensive approach I put the line height on 59. I wanna play a high line, but if you go anything above 61 your defenders are not gonna mark any runs anymore, so that's gonna hurt your defense. I have both my strikers on target forward and balanced focus. It just gives me the perfect positioning for the strikers. Advanced forward is also fine, but the player just goes offside way more often than I like them to, so for me this is just a perfect setup. I have my central attacking midfielder Pulisic, out of position by the way, on playmaker and roaming. Yeah, but he doesn't have the role ++. Trust me, it doesn't matter guys, like if 1 or 2 of your players are out of position, it's not the end of the world. My right mid is a more attacking type of player, so I have him on inside forward and attack. And my left mid is a more defensive minded player, so I don't want them inside the box. I have them on winger and attack, it makes sure they're just in that wide area of the pitch. Now on the same side of the inside forward winger, I need to have a center mid on playmaker and roaming. So when the right winger actually cuts inside and makes a run, the CM is gonna place himself beautifully to feed him that perfect through ball. My other center mid is on a box to box and balanced, not on holding, not on anything defending. I want the whole team to push forward. Trust me, this is not gonna make you vulnerable against squad battles, because the squad battles defends in such high numbers that you need a lot of runners to break the defense, especially if you're playing in a higher difficulty. The outer center backs are on defender and defend, and the central defender is on ball playing defender and build up. And this is how the team is gonna look like when you're attacking. As you can see, very attacking formation. We have the numbers up top, 7 players are going forward trying to score a goal. The numbers are just gonna make it way easier for you to score a goal. Again, this is a very attacking formation. I don't suggest using these tactics in an online competitive mode, it's probably not gonna end well for you. For those of you who want to use this tactic, I leave the code on the screen so you can take a screenshot and do the rest on your console. But you can do the same kind of thing with any tactic you want, just make a super attacking version of those tactics just designed for squad battles. Moving on to the second step, you want to learn the game-breaking meta mechanics of FC25, specifically the strafe dribbling and super speed boost. It's so broken right now that I'm scoring like 80% of my goals using this. If you haven't watched it yet, I have a complete guide on my top 5 game-changing attacking tips. I'll link the video down in the description, make sure to check it out, it's a very useful video. Now the way I guarantee myself Elite 1 rank on squad battles is I do almost all of my games on Legendary. I could do them on Ultimate, but just getting top 200 with all the PC cheaters is just next to impossible, so it just doesn't make sense to play on Ultimate difficulty. Now Legendary for some of you guys may be a piece of cake, but a lot of people tend to struggle with it. Some people are afraid they're gonna lose, some are just not sure if they can score the necessary amount of goals, but with a super attacking tactic, and with just knowing how the meta plays and abusing the mechanics that I've told you, beating the Legendary difficulty with 4 or 5 goals is actually pretty easy. Now you don't want to get too greedy, like you don't need to actually play every game on Legendary, like 6 or 7 games on Legendary and 5 or 6 games on World Class is gonna be more than enough to guarantee you rank 1. You gotta remember, your one and only goal on squad battles is scoring 4 or 5 goals in every single game you play. If you're not confident you can do that on a certain difficulty or against a certain team, lower it down to a slightly easier difficulty. You'd get more points in a 5-0 win against World Class than you would in a 2-1 win against the Legendary. So this way you can guarantee yourself the best rank for your skill level. So your objective is basically to score 5 goals against squad battles. And the squad battles objective is to stop you from scoring 5 goals. That's why we have the tactic so attacking. When squad battles wants to score against you, it just finds a way to score against you. You know those moments, right? There's nothing you can do about it. But mostly this stupid game mode is coded in a way that just keeps the ball away from you, preventing you to score the 5 goals. And that's why we have a setup with a super attacking formation, because I'm not worried about conceding and losing, I'm worried about not being able to score my 5 goals. And that's why we're committing so many people forward, and even if we lose the ball, we want the AI to go forward, try to attack us. We don't want him to stay back and pass around where we can't get the ball. So we have a lot of players in the attacking third. The AI doesn't have any passing option in the defense, sends a long ball forward, you intercept it, counter-attack, just an easy goal. If you haven't played a lot of squad battles this year or even last year, even with a super attacking setup, you won't concede that many goals. See, the AI prioritizes keeping the possession of the ball over scoring goals. There are so many instances where the AI has the space to go through, but it just turns around and do its stupid thing and recycles the ball back to the midfield. Like, the people who coded this mode know what they're doing. Like, they changed the length of the half from 6 minutes into 4 minutes. It's gonna be way harder to score 5 goals in the combined 8 minutes instead of 10. So that puts a lot of pressure on you. You're gonna be in the 80th minute playing your normal formation and you're just 2-1 up and you're worried you're not gonna be able to score those 5 goals. So that's just what I tell everyone. Have a specific squad battle ready tactic just saved up somewhere on your tactic board. And I'm gonna say this for one last time. All you need to make sure of is that you score those 5 goals in almost every game you play. That's where the majority of your points come from. As you can see here, after I finish my game, I end up getting 2500 points. Almost 1500 of those points come from just scoring the 5 goals, so it's very important to get those. And if you have played the last week's squad battles, let me know in the comments about your pack polls and how much coins you got out of it. I got probably like 150k combined. Anyway, that's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please show your support by liking and subscribing. It would help out my channel massively. This is the end of this episode, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.